Was he alone at his table as well? My oui, I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man at the victim's table. Unfortunately for you, Wright. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. But he's dumb. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet. Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. No, it does not. Let's press the next statement. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui, he comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome any time. I said it was worth one sip, and nothing more. So old Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Okay. How many minutes? So you're saying that not much time elapsed between when the victim and Mr. Kudo arrived? Oui, that is correct. But that still leaves the possibility that something happened in that gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say elapsed? Let me see, approximately 2 minutes, I would say. 2 minutes? That's all? It seems unlikely that anything untoward could have happened in such a short time. Rats. I knew I shouldn't have pursued this line of questioning. Well, fuck. Okay. The other one seems like it's basically the same question, but should I ask that one instead? Fast forward B button. You've saved me once again this day. Let's get to it, and what time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur. I believe we were told by a witness yesterday. The crime was... Oh, this is Gumshoe. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 and 2:10 p.m., no? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony. Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do it for you. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood. Okay, he's even humming a song to himself. Why are you here, Maya? Why is Pearl not in this case? This case gets a 0 out of 10 because Pearl is not in it, literally at all. And Maya is and has done... She hasn't even gone Mia version, so she's done nothing. And it's like, what? Man? So after 2? Okay. Are you absolutely sure about the time? When I think really hard, I am sure it was just after 2, oui. It is the time I stopped serving la lunch menu. Quite right, I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just to make it on time. I've sentenced innocent people to death so I could get a fucking combo meal. Oh, I guess you should never get between a hungry judge and his lunch. Oh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already. Oh, Maggie, no. Witness, get on with your testimony, please. Okay, so that was the new one that was added, so I feel like it was probably important. So, I'm not even going to bother with the rest of these. Pressing on it did nothing. I'm going to present something. Arrived just after 2 p.m. What time did it all happen? I've completely lost track of it all. There's all this shit. We have too much. There's too much in the court record at this point. I don't like it. Was between 1:30 and 2:30. Okay. There's that, and the apron, and the thing, and the cup, and the whatnot. What time was the lottery? The lottery was at 1:30 for 10 minutes. Oh. Well, then there you go. I'm afraid I've finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. Oh, finally? Quoi? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning number of a $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that must be la show mon Elg was listening to. Oh, Mon is short for Monsieur. I wasn't sure about that. Okay, I get it. I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright. I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time, because I had just finished serving la lunch menu. Get to the point, Wright, if you have one. That show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m., and it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30. Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter, acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. That's really weird. Yes, there were 2 Glenelgs in Tribune that day. The real Glenelg now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glenelg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this? Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain, then, where the real Glenelg is? Dead. I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court, however. At that time, the real Glenelg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion, but dead is not a location. We do need more detail. Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse. Don Tigre ate it. He's a tiger. According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glenelg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? Inside his punching bag? The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? Man, asking for evidence in a court? It's bullshit. I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed? There's nowhere inside the restaurant where it could have been. Is there? But would he have left? I mean, clearly he left at some point, because nobody saw him there when the performance happened. I'm gonna say outside. Clearly, there's no place to hide a body inside Tribune. Therefore, the killer must have hauled the body outside. Although, then you'd be carrying a dead body out on the streets. But, I don't know. Fuck it. Nice supposition, but the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was... Oh, well, I mean, when you put it that way... I can't even back out of it, so, I don't think that I mean, I can present the floor plans, like, hey, look, there's nowhere to hide one. Unless it's in the kitchen underneath some table, some kind of thing. What else is there, man? Jeez. We found these at his hideout. I could say that to say that he was there and then he went and hideout, the Tenderlander place, and then he went to Tenderlander, and that's where he took the body. Why do we still have the fucking lunchbox? Dude, I think I fucked up. I think I picked the wrong thing, so I don't know what to say. It does not actually matter, because I think I'm wrong. So let's present this apron and just fuck it. Just so I can get out of this. I don't think you'll ever grasp the real heart of rock and roll. What are you talking about? He means that your evidence is irrelevant, Mr. Wright. Come on, Nick. You've got to think it through. Feel the beat, and then hit him with some heavy metal. Okay, I need to calm down and get my facts straight. What should I do now? So start over, please. I think I need to clear my head. I'd say it's already empty, trite. I'm inclined to agree. Yo también. I don't know what that means, but I don't think I like you. Oh, that was Spanish? Okay, I don't know. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. L concealed? Inside Tribulations. It would have... It would have been too dangerous. Isn't that the second time they've done that? Wow. Nice. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Tribulations. Oh, interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. The exact location where the body... Well, I mean, it's gotta be in the kitchen. I don't know where, but just somewhere in there. The body was hidden here. Oh, I see. Nice supposition. Well, the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? His medicine was in the kitchen. Is it that? That seems like a pretty good one. I actually didn't think of that when I was thinking about the earlier thing. So you know. Oh. Jesus. Ugh. Sorry. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use la very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me. Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tribulations. Eh, quoi? But I only ever use these bottles for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elk visited an otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day. You can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle match the prescription that was given to Mr. Elk. Glenn Elk's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Mon Dieu? Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. No. Is that true? Did he actually hide the body? Order, order. This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder? No, he said he hid the body. I could not do such an horrible thing. I feel bad because he was just a man. Oh my god. Trying to pursue his dreams with a restaurant, even though he was bad at cooking. And he got involved with some shady people to try to keep his dream afloat. But it's no excuse for being complicit in such a thing and hiding a body. That's very bad and you must be punished. The bitterness. Why did I do his voice? What the fuck? Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. How many have you had so far? Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? He keeps count, apparently. Then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear, my H-deficient friend? What? It is a trap, listen to me. Por favor. That was definitely Spanish. That was very weird. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it? No. I bet you yearn for the days of Ron Delight. Did you do it? Yes. That was still really funny. Let's hear it. You've got one shot. Right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. Now, that is an innuendo. Oui, it is clear. Does he get, like, one sentence or one whole final testimony? Either way, we gotta deal with this guy for a little longer. Final testimony, Jesus. It is true, I hid Labati in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. I think I definitely want to press that one. But I did not kill him. I swear it, you must believe me. You were forced by who? I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table? There was. There was another man. I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Alright, I honestly don't even want to bother with these other ones. Like, I just want to get straight to this one. Why I could not refuse. I mean, we know what it is, but I need to present it. I could have just gone straight to it, but I wanted to press it first. You know, monsieur. Yes? Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment? A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason, so I'll just have to prove it with evidence. Okay, we'll just do that then. It's your loan thing. You have a $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000, is this true, Mr. Armstrong? Oui, je suis désolé. I was weak and I borrowed la money. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. Furio motherfucking Tigre. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. Oui, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong, La Tiger, he told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I totally forgot, like, the virus, how he made that to make money. See, that's what I'm talking about, though. Like, there's, like, a lot of interesting individual elements, but they're not, like, really connected in individual ways. They all seem, again, kind of aimless and just like, oh, that's kind of random and disappointing. Where it's like, it could have been so much bigger. This imposter Phoenix and all these different testimonies and this guy creating this big computer virus, and it just could have been so much more connected and so much more interesting, so much so that I forgot the point of the virus. So that's why I was saying, oh, what was the point of the virus? Because I forgot, because it wasn't that interesting. I carried la body and la inconscient Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The judge and the lottery ticket were recovered from the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable. Well, that's good. Mr. Godot, You will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue. I'll go up on the stand. I'll pretend to be him. We'll do reverse of what happened before. Maya will be the attorney. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the? Don't sit back and relax yet, Trite. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for the 30-minute recess. Okay, I'll probably stop then. Honestly, at this point I would like to see the end of it, but it's getting a little late, and I'm gonna call it quits right here. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.